This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini, along with John Scalzi, and it is another coat morning, jacket morning.
Yeah, I need a little heater up in here.
Throw another log on the fire. Yeah, it's chilly out there right now. We've had some upper 30s in inland areas, and we've also had multiple instances, of course, of mid 40s across the region.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a chill. But the good news is that the winds aren't all that strong, so you're not talking wind chills. So that's nice.
Could be worse.
It could be much worse. It's when it has been in the past as well. We've got 42 degrees in inland areas of Hardy and DeSoto. We've got like 35, 36 degrees right along the interstate. And then as you head closer to the water, you get closer to the 50 mark. So there may even be some patchy frost in inland areas. Wouldn't be surprised about that. We'll look for clear skies during the next couple of hours. That will allow the sun to rise and start to work on us and get us warmed up here pretty quickly as dry air heats fast. So we'll look for a daytime high that'll pretty quickly rise into the 50s and then 60s and top it out pretty close to the 70 mark at around 68 degrees today. The warm up that starts today continues over the next several days, and we'll talk about how warm it's going to get in just a few.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning, the Skyway Bridge is free and clear of any traffic on your morning commute at 6 o'clock this morning. Moving to Bradenton, looks like traffic is picking up on 301 and State Road 70. I-75, though, looking clear. And moving to Sarasota County, looks like traffic picking up on Bee Ridge Road and 41. Other than that, I-75, again, free of any traffic. Same thing for South County, clear in both the north and southbound directions.
Well, topping our news at this hour, a lawsuit filed against several Manatee County School District administrators, including former Superintendent Rick Mills, is heading to court today.
Former Manatee High School athletic director and football coach Joe Canan is suing the school board and Mills for defamation, breach of contract, emotional distress, and other counts. According to the Bradenton Herald, Canan claims Mills abused his power as superintendent and led an effort to force him out of the district. The district is looking to have the case dismissed, claiming the board is not liable for Mills' actions. Meanwhile, in Sarasota County, Superintendent Lori White, incoming Superintendent Todd Bowden, and other district officials will meet with students from each public high school today for the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council Forum. They'll discuss how to improve local schools, and the students will work with their student body to identify issues and concerns that will be brought up to district officials. Topics that will be brought up for discussion include future planning, food and nutrition, guidance, attendance, faculty, and extracurricular activities, among many other things.
Also in Sarasota, two men are now under arrest for allegedly stealing from an art gallery. 30-year-old Anthony Larson and 29-year-old Rex Ballinger both face charges for grand theft. Ballinger turned himself in after seeing his picture on the news, which while Larson was reported by someone who recognized him. Police released surveillance video showing the two men stealing two paintings from the Art Avenue store in the Westfield Southgate Mall last month. The artwork was later discarded somewhere in the Sarasota area. The paintings have yet to be recovered. And some good news on local crime rates in Sarasota County. Sheriff Tom Knight says major crimes have dropped more than 7% in 2016. He credits that reduction in crime to the sheriff's office's strong ties with area residents and flexibility in staffing. Total offenses are down 6% compared to 2015. Burglary cases saw the largest drop, dropping more than 18%, and violent crimes went down by 9%. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says they responded to 93,000 calls last year, up 5% from 2015, and over 8,000 arrests were made.
Manatee County commissioners are looking for more help to combat the growing opioid epidemic here on the Suncoast. During today's commission workshop, officials will go over a proposal for a budget request that could allow for state funding for a new outreach project. That project aims to help with prevention, intervention, and education about opioid and substance abuse. The program will also include peer support and coaching to help in recovery efforts, targeting neighborhoods that are most affected by the epidemic. During today's meetings, the commission will also receive an update on the transportation projects underway in the county, discuss plans for how funding from the Restore Act will be spent, and get an update on inspections and improvements planned for the Green Bridge Pier.
Well, bad news for those looking to use the Meals on Wheels Plus program. The organization currently can't accept any new clients in Manatee County unless they can pay for those meals. The program has reached its client capacity and is facing financial constraints due to increasing demand. Meals on Wheels is now partnering with the Senior Connection Center in Tampa, which offers assistance to individuals in need of financial help. A warning for those looking to hit the waters in Manatee County this week. A no-swim advisory is in effect for Palmasola Beach South. That area is west of 81st Street West on the south side of Manatee Avenue. Health officials say they received test results that show a heightened level of harmful bacteria in those waters. A woman on vacation who stopped by the waterway says she is surprised by the advisory and wishes there was a bit more signage nearby as a warning.
Posted or a warning up on some news site somewhere. I've been here when there's been a lot of people here just enjoying with their chairs and their dogs and all the dogs lopping in the water.
And we want to go to a live look of Palmasola Beach this morning. As you can see, still no signs posted around that area for that no swim advisory. So if you are in that area, if you plan on going into the water, either yourself or with your dogs, be careful. There is some harmful bacteria as far as we know in that area. They will test the waters again on Monday, and other beaches in Manatee County are so far all clear.
Well, after several public hearings, no decision has been made on a request to expand mining operations in Manatee County. The meeting has been continued to February 15th at 9 a.m. when Mosaic will have a chance to respond to the concerns expressed by the public during several meetings over the past couple of weeks. The Mosaic company is looking to rezone 3,600 acres to allow for more phosphate mining at the Wingate East property. Those who support it say it will be good for the local economy, while others are raising concerns over possible environmental risks.
Water and land is such a limited and precious resource that it's not something that we can negotiate.
We've been operating in this area since the early 80s, peaceful coexistence not only with our neighbors, with Duet Preserve, and we've monitored the site, we've maintained the relationships with our neighbors.
The Manatee County Commission is expected to make a decision on the request on February 15th. And in Sarasota County, a proposal for a new recycling plant is also raising concerns. There are plans to build a facility on Palmer Road on the grounds of the celery fields. Hundreds of people who live in eastern Sarasota County packed Church of Hope for a neighborhood workshop. TST Ventures wants to rezone 16 acres of that land for that center. A petition, though, has been created to stop the project due to several concerns by community members.
Our concerns are about the noise, the smell, the traffic, and also how it's going to affect the wildlife and the waterways of celery fields.
The county is still waiting on an application to be submitted for the proposal. It will go before the Sarasota County Planning Commission and county commissioners in the coming months.
Well, it will be up to voters in Venice to decide on whether or not to turn 2 athletic fields into a new public safety facility. The proposal would impact a baseball and softball field near the Venice police station. If approved, development on the property would save the city up to $2 million in land costs for the new police and emergency operations center. A new fire station could also be built on that property. The current police station would be renovated and used as a new home for public works. The proposal will go to a referendum for voters to decide if that facility can be built on public land. And if you want to get a glimpse of Sarasota history, you'll have the opportunity this week without having to pay a dime for it.
A historical open house will be held today at the Powell-Crosley Estate. Admission is free, no reservations are required, and visitors will be able to take a tour of the facility and learn about the Crosley family. The open house runs today through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Well, that is pretty cool.
It's a neat place.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go and check that out. That looks like a fun activity.
Nice location and a beautiful place as well. Yeah. So it's worth it. It's worth a visit.
Yeah. And maybe the weather will warm up a little bit for me if I want to go out there.
Maybe. Absolutely.
Maybe
Absolutely it will. Absolutely. We're going to look at a beautiful day today after we get through this kind of cool morning. We'll talk about that in just a second.
All right, and coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
He's a good post. He's a good post. And I'm so thankful. He was really there for me.
A bus driver saved from an attack that was all caught on camera. We'll show you what a Good Samaritan did to fend off that suspect.
Plus, an American Airlines international flight to Miami came with a little extra cargo. What maintenance crews found in the nose gear that's now stemming an investigation.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
We consider the first 60 minutes the golden hour, the time that we can do the most to affect how a patient's going to do. I think what motivates all of us is that at the other end of it, we see them, smiling and happy and going back to their families. That's our greatest satisfaction. Sarasota Memorial Hospital is just an amazing place to take care of people.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Just a week before Valentine's Day, it is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. both days. Visit vaos.org online for more details.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Kind of a chilly start to the morning. Our official temperature at the airport comes in at 42 degrees. And we have a dew point in the 30s, 38 degrees. We have a southeast wind coming in at about 3. That 38-degree dew point temperature, slightly cooler than it was last hour, will continue to rise today. It was lower than that yesterday, and I think as we head into the afternoon, we'll probably see dew points in the 40s once again, thanks to the little southerly component to our wind now. That's going to help in keeping our nighttime temperatures warmer. Not only will that help, but also the fact that I think we're going to be able to effectively heat our atmosphere a little more efficiently today because we won't have to compete with that northerly wind that we had yesterday. 42 degrees in Wauchula, 42 in Arcadia, 43 in Mayaca City, 44 Parrish, Bradenton, 46 Lakewood Ranch, 49 degrees in Venice and Inglewood, 45 degrees in Northport, and we have 52 on the beach at Longboat Key. 38 degrees in Punta Gorda, chilly there. The latest Mote Marine observations that came in show that, well, improved conditions at most reporting sites. This is not the amount of red tide that is actually in the water. It is what's in the air causing respiratory distress to beach visitors. And it is an indication, a subjective indication that things are improving right along the immediate coastline. Our winds generally out of the southeast will be switching a little more to the southwest later this afternoon, and that could encourage a few more toxins to move on shore. But all in all, it's much better situation today than it was about a week ago, so we're happy to see that. High pressure, the dominant weather feature across the entire peninsula, kind of anchored almost directly over the peninsula, is going to provide us with kind of light and variable winds today, and the ability for our atmosphere to kind of modify just a little bit as we get some heating in here. So with daytime heating, I think we'll see a lot of sunshine as well today, and no rain in the forecast. The air way too dry for that. I don't even think we're going to see much in the way of cloud cover today with that high pressure ridge located where it is, coming right down the spine of the state, basically. Now, the deep south looks pretty good as well. So too do the open plains. In fact, we've only got 2 spots where there seems to be some inclement weather ongoing. One is lake effect snow caused by basically the Great Lakes not being frozen over yet. And so this late season lake effect snow continues. And then back to the west, we have another little low pressure area moving through the northern Rockies, and that's creating some snow showers as well in higher elevations of the Olympic Cascade Mountain ranges. These low pressure areas will continue to drift toward the east without much of a southward motion, and that's because the upper level winds aren't allowing it. So this high pressure ridge will stay pretty much right over us, and there's not going to be much change in that over the next several days. A little bit of a shift toward the east will bring us more of a southeasterly wind. That'll help with the warm up that starts today. We stay dry right into the weekend, looks like, with mostly sunny skies. Southeast wind comes in at about 10 knots this evening, variable a little bit, but still 5 to 10, light chop anticipated. We'll look for beautiful conditions this week with temperatures in the mid to lower 70s, nighttime lows in the 50s after we get through this morning. And the next chance of rain really won't be until late Sunday when another cold front comes through. But even then, I might even take that rain chance out a little later in the week. Back to you.
All right, looking forward to that warmer weather. Thank you so much, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast roadways this morning, the Skyway Bridge is free and clear of any traffic. Heading towards Bradenton and Manatee County, looks like traffic picking up a little bit as more people are waking up this morning and making their morning commute. But other than that, not a whole lot to worry about. No accidents to report. In Sarasota County, looks like traffic is picking up on Bee Ridge Road, and I-75 is free and clear of any traffic. And same thing goes for South County. Traffic is free in both north and southbound directions in South County.
Well, police in Georgia are looking for a suspect who led them on a high-speed chase before the car crashed and injured a 7-year-old girl. Take a look at this. Georgia state troopers say the driver of this Audi was speeding on I-20 when he lost control and sped into a sign at a Texaco gas station. The pole came down and barely missed a bystander, and a little girl was ejected from the car, but the driver took off anyway. No word on that little girl's injuries or the possible relationship between her and the driver. Police are still trying to track down that suspect. Well, law enforcement is working with American Airlines and the Drug Enforcement Agency to determine how bricks of cocaine ended up in the nose gear of a Miami flight. Authorities say 7 bricks were found while the plane was at the airline's maintenance base during a routine check-in in Oklahoma. Officials say the plane had come from Colombia, landing in Miami before it was moved to Oklahoma. Officials also adding that this isn't the first time cocaine has been found on a plane.
This is pretty big. We've had one other like this in last year. It happened probably about 6 months ago. Same type of deal. American Airlines plane coming out of Bogota, got reassigned up here for routine maintenance, and that's how it was discovered.
The bricks are now being tested by the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. In Missouri, a man is being credited for coming to the rescue of a bus driver who was attacked, but it is how he did it that is getting the attention. The same cane that usually helps him get around also helping him fend off that suspect. Cynthia Newsom has the story.
Rodney Goldman has a brand new cane, and he needs it. Goldman was riding the bus Saturday when he saw a man attack the bus driver. The bus driver, Lynn Judge, remembers every frightening detail.
Me really tight, and he was really forceful, and I was just screaming and screaming. That's all, because because, you know, he wouldn't let me go.
Goldman got up out of his seat and started beating the attacker with his cane.
Because I look at that being my sister or my mother or my grandmother, and I just, you know, I was glad I was there.
He hit the man so hard, his cane broke, and the attacker finally released the driver.
I love him so much, and I don't even know him. He's a good person. He's a good person. And I'm so thankful. He was really there for me.
Doctors Equipment Service Company gave him 2 brand new canes. Goldman likes the metal one best.
Just in case I had to put it on somebody again, I won't have to put it on them too bad. You know, 2 or 3 hits with this and you'll act right.
The bus company gave Goldman a lifetime bus pass and a card signed by all the drivers. Today's visit wasn't just about replacing a broken cane. It was about 2 people building a new friendship.
If I'm on the bus and it happened again, I'm gonna do the same thing, you know, because
and
like,
you know what?
like I said,
I know that too.
You
I know that.
Yeah.
But I know you will.
Glad to see everyone safe in that
See
situation.
him measuring up those canes, like, all right, which one of these is the best for whacking a guy here? I gotta figure it out.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Well, I'm glad everyone was safe in that situation and we're able to bond after that.
Absolutely.
So, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
It's the biggest day of sports in the U.S., the Super Bowl right around the corner, and the Atlanta Falcons and New England Patriots are in Houston preparing for Super Bowl 51. We'll have more from Houston after the break.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Welcome back. It is 6:25 and Super Bowl week is underway in Houston with just a few days to go until the game itself.
Yeah, that's right. Players and coaches are already in Space City to prepare. ABC's Ryan Smith has more.
In this morning's GMA First Look, are you ready for some football? Super Bowl week has arrived, but before the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots square off, they face the media. Of course, a lot of excitement for Sunday's big game surrounds the two superstar quarterbacks. The four-time Super Bowl champion chasing the record books. A win on Sunday would bring him his 5th Super Bowl ring, making him the most decorated quarterback of all time. As for the Falcons' Matt Ryan, he'll be playing in his first Super Bowl, saying he's not shying away from football's biggest stage.
We've prepared ourselves for this moment, and we worked really, really hard, and this is exactly where we want to be.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Jesse Palmer will be live from Houston with everything you need to know about the big game. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ryan Smith, ABC News, New York.
My goal was to finally get in shape, not to be focusing on my moderate to severe chronic plaque psoriasis. So I made a decision to talk to my dermatologist about Humira. Humira works inside my body to target and help block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to my symptoms. In clinical trials, most adults taking Humira were clear or almost clear, and many saw 75% and even 90% clearance in just 4 months. Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection. Ask about Humira, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists. Clear skin is possible.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner. After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
For your plumbing, electrical or air conditioning. And services is qualified. And service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, an update out of Quebec City following Sunday's deadly shootings at a mosque who police are charging with the crime.
Plus, shakeups in the Trump administration as the fallout continues from the president's executive order on immigration.
An historic day for the Boy Scouts of America as the organization lightens its requirements to be more inclusive. What changes are being made?
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It is 6:30 on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini along with John Scalzi. And speaking of Boy Scouts, Jacqueline wants some Girl Scout cookies here
Yeah,
soon.
I got to find me some Girl Scout cookies.
They're not hard to find.
I know. People keep
That's
telling
true.
me they're outside Publix, and I have yet to see them outside of Publix.
Morton's, Farmers Market. You can order them online, apparently, too.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I'm going to have to start a whole, search and rescue for these Girl Scout cookies.
Hey, don't worry.
Plus,
I know a guy, all right?
You
I
know
a guy
who knows a Girl
hook
Scout.
up, all right? If you want the best cookies on the market.
Look, when I was a Girl Scout when I was younger, we had to knock on people's doors and go. We didn't sell them outside stores.
That's old school.
Yeah.
That's also a good way to get thrown out of some of these neighborhoods here in town. So don't do that.
You'll be hit up by a lot of parents here at work,
Yeah.
too. So
Well,
don't worry. You won't have to go
if
far.
If you have Girl Scout cookies, send me an email.
Oh, you heard it, folks. Her email. We have lots of cool temperatures across the region right now. 41 degrees in Wauchula. We have 42 degrees in Arcadia. The closer you get to the coastline, the closer you get to the 50-degree mark. We will warm quickly today under the influence of lots of sunshine. Satellite view shows not a cloud across the area. It is going to be a nice toasty afternoon. Well, toasty, that's an exaggeration, I guess. It's going to be a very mild afternoon with 68 degrees the air temperature under full sunshine. Better chance of some warmer weather as we head into the next few days. We'll talk all about that in a minute.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at the Suncoast roadways this morning. It is just after 6:30. The Skyway Bridge is open and clear, moving along nicely. Down near Bradenton, no accidents to report at this time, and traffic looking very clear for you morning commuters. Nothing on the bridges too much, or heading into downtown Bradenton there. So let's take a look down in Sarasota County. We do have traffic picking up a little bit on US 41 along the bay there, and US 41 heading north towards Bee Ridge, but no accidents to report there. And the interstate also looking very clear this morning. And down in South County, US 41 running smoothly. Interstate I-75 looking clear as well, and no accidents to report. Keep it up out there, drivers.
All right, well, topping our news this half hour, we're continuing to follow the deadly shooting that left 6 people dead at a mosque in Quebec City.
More than a dozen people were injured, 5 critically, after shots rang out during evening prayers Sunday night at the Quebec Islamic Culture Center. 50 people were inside at the time. 2 people were arrested in connection to this crime, but police later determined one was a witness and not a suspect in this case. However, 27-year-old Alexandra Bissonnette remains behind bars for this shooting. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has a simple message for the attacker.
The people who commit these acts mean to test our resolve and weaken our values. We will not close our minds. We will open our hearts.
Bissonnette is being charged with 6 counts of murder. Well, political fallout continuing this morning following President Donald Trump's recent executive order on immigration.
A top official now losing her job for refusing to support that order. Reed Binion has more.
We had a Monday night massacre.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer reacting to Donald Trump's firing of the acting U.S. Attorney General Monday.
Sally Yates, a person of great integrity who follows the law, was fired.
Yates fired after telling Justice Department lawyers not to defend Trump's controversial executive order on immigration and refugees. The order bars citizens of 7 Muslim-majority countries from entering the U.S. for 90 days and suspends admission of all refugees for 120 days and Syrian refugees indefinitely. Schumer praising Yates for defying the order.
She was fired because she would not pursue the executive order on the belief that it was illegal.
Yates' firing not entirely surprising, especially after comments Monday by White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer. Spicer, discussing career diplomats who oppose Trump's travel ban, gave a sense of how the administration will handle dissent on the issue.
I think that they should either get with the program or they can go.
The Trump administration replacing Yates as acting attorney general with U.S. Attorney Dana Bente. Bente's tenure will likely be short-lived, pending approval of Attorney General nominee Jeff Sessions, who is set for a Senate Judiciary Committee vote Tuesday. The Trump administration also making changes at Immigration and Customs Enforcement Monday, naming Thomas Homan as acting director, in place of Daniel Ragsdale, who will remain in his previous job as deputy director. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Well, community members on the Suncoast are also reacting to President's executive order, some calling it a proactive step to keep the country safe, while others say it will only further divide the country.
It's a temporary ban. He's trying to get a handle on it. He said he would do this during the campaign. I think the people who voted for him expect him to do this. Personally, I think it's the right thing to do.
This country has been built by immigration, and to punish thousands for the acts of a few, I don't see how this in any way helps protect us.
Well, the White House says that ban will be in effect for 90 days for travelers from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. Meanwhile, a local group will be gathering outside the offices of Congressman Vern Buchanan today in objection to the proposed border wall, as well as other recent actions by President Trump's administration. The Bradenton Indivisible pro-progressive group and Action Together Suncoast will gather this morning at 8:45 in front of the Manatee County Courthouse. They will then go to Buchanan's office as soon as the building opens, starting at 9.
In other political news, President Trump's pick for Secretary of State is now heading to the full Senate. The Senate voting 56-43 to move Rex Tillerson to a final confirmation vote. 3 Democrats and 1 independent ended up crossing over to support Tillerson, ending a Democratic filibuster. Democrats have had concerns about Rex Tillerson's stance on Russia and his relationship with President Vladimir Putin. The final vote is expected to take place sometime this week. Well, a monumental morning for the Boy Scouts of America. From today on, the organization will now allow transgender children who identify as boys to participate in their programs. The decision was announced just last night. The Boy Scouts had previously held a policy that relied on the gender listed on a child's birth certificate. 8-year-old Joe Maldonado was asked last year to leave his scout troop after parents and leaders found out that he is transgender. His family later filed a legal complaint against the organization.
And I want them to be comfortable with how I am and what my destiny is and what my identity is.
A spokeswoman for the organization says they made that decision based on states and communities changing how gender is defined.
Well, Governor Rick Scott is looking to cut more than $8 million in fees for Florida veterans, seniors, and businesses. Some of those cuts include free vehicle title transfers for surviving spouses, free replacement and renewal ID cards for citizens 80 and over, free original ID cards for citizens 80 and over who surrender their driver's license, free veteran designation on new identification licenses and renewals, and free commercial driver's licenses for veterans, and the reduction of fees to commercial driving schools. And 2017 may be the year Florida corrections officers finally get a pay raise. Over the past 10 years, state lawmakers have only increased the salaries of officers in Florida's prison system once. This year, Governor Scott is pushing for lawmakers to approve spending $38 million to boost the pay for the majority of the state's 24,000 corrections and probations workers. Salaries for entry-level officers would rise 8.5%. Sergeants, lieutenants, and captains would see a 10% increase. That pay raise will be part of Scott's recommended budget that he plans to unveil today.
Good news for school shoppers. Florida may once again see a 10-day back-to-school sales tax holiday. Legislation currently being filed at the state capitol for an extended school sales tax holiday after last year's holiday lasted only 3 days. The shoppers would be able to avoid paying sales taxes from August 4th through August 13th on clothing that costs $100 or less. The tax break would also apply to school supplies that cost $15 or less.
It's not a huge amount of savings for an individual or a family. It is enough to make a difference. They like it. The families like it. They look forward to this.
According to the Florida Retail Federation, a typical family usually spends around $670 per year on back-to-school shopping. Well, Walmart is making it easier to get items shipped online in an effort to become more competitive with Amazon Prime. The company is lowering the threshold for items that qualify for free shipping and faster delivery. It will reduce shipping time to 2 days on 2 million of its most popular essentials. That includes diapers, pet food, and cleaning supplies. Beginning today, it's also reducing the spending necessary for free shipping from $50 to $30. So fire up those laptops.
Yeah, get ready to start online shopping. We all know I love to do that.
I do too. And you know, sometimes I feel guilty because I love brick and mortar stores too. I like to feel the objects and try them on before I purchase. But I do a lot of online shopping.
Well, you know, and in today's day and age, people are so busy that sometimes online shopping is easier, but I agree. I'm one of those type of people that like to go there, pick it up, have it in my hands, and not wait for it. I'm kind of impatient.
Clothes. Yeah. Especially clothes are tough online.
Exactly.
Maybe eventually you'll just have samples in the brick and mortar stores.
There we go.
You have to order online. I don't know.
We'll see.
Who knows?
We'll see what the brave new world holds. We have some changing weather coming our way down the road. We'll talk about that in a second.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
It's a beautiful day as Tower Cam is showing across the region. let's look at our current air temperature, which is at 42 degrees right now. The 42-degree air temperature with a dew point of 38 and a southeast wind coming in at about 3. Light wind right now. That's going to allow, with a little daytime heating, the atmosphere to modify itself very nicely and start to warm things up around here. So we're kind of on a warming trend that starts today and carries on for the next several days. Dew point at 38 will be rising as well under the influence of a more southerly flow that will allow nighttime temperatures to stay warmer. Although currently it's anything but warm in a lot of locations. 41 Wauchula, 42 degrees in Arcadia, 43 in Myakka, 44 in Parrish, Bradenton at 44, 46 at Lakewood Ranch. Along the coastline, a little bit warmer still with Longboat Key coming in at 52, 49 in Venice and Inglewood. We have an outlier here in Punta Gorda coming in at 38. We certainly do have some temperatures that are cooler. We have some upper 30s in inland areas. Across the region, big ridge of high pressure provides us with a lot of sunshine out there today. That sunshine promises to boost our temperatures into the upper 60s this afternoon, so a nice warm up. Warmer than yesterday, I think. Excuse me, pardon me, warmer than yesterday. And then as we head into the next several days, our atmosphere will modify further and we'll see temperatures that'll get us into the 70s before too terribly long. It's going to be a very pretty week ahead. That's all I can say. It's going to be really about as nice as it gets in Florida in the winter. Titan radar not showing any rainfall anywhere across the state, across the deep south, across most of the country, actually. We have 2 hot spots where low pressure areas are located and producing winds out of the north for areas around the Great Lakes. Are getting some lake effect snows there still. And back to the west, we're getting some snow showers at higher elevations and then some coastal rain showers before you hit the mountain ranges. All in all, we're looking at both of those low pressure areas moving from west to east without much of a north-south motion. Our high pressure ridge stays where it is. It might migrate a little bit as it heads perhaps a bit out toward the Atlantic, and that will encourage a more southerly flow over the next several days. But that will just continue to provide this warm-up trend that starts today. Dry into the weekend, I do believe, and mostly sunny skies will carry us right into the end of the work week. We will have another frontal boundary approaching us on Sunday, but this is going to be a very weak cold front, and the air over us is very dry. Watch, I put the future rainfall forecast into motion. You won't see anything happening here. The air is too dry. So when this front comes through on Sunday, I wouldn't expect too much in the way of any kind of rainfall with it. In fact, be lucky to see anything at all. Now, I'll put in a 20% chance for now. You'll see in the extended range, but I may pull that out before we get closer to the weekend. Southeast wind at about 10 knots, turning a little westerly this afternoon, 2 to 3 foot seas, and a light chop on bay and inland waters. Couple of tides. We had a 924 low tide, high tide at 301. And the official Suncoast forecast calls for exquisite weather this week. Sunshine, mid-70s, nighttime lows in the mid-50s, and that carries us right into the next week as well. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at your roadways this morning. It is a couple minutes before 6:50. The Skyway Bridge is open and moving along nicely. And in downtown Bradenton, no accidents to report. Traffic picking up a little on those bridges into downtown Bradenton, but still relatively clear for those morning commuters. Looking at Sarasota County now, no accidents near downtown. The interstate free and clear. And east-west traffic on Fruitville and Bee Ridge roads also looking really good here in the morning commute. Down in South County, the interstate north-south and US 41 also moving steadily here in the early morning hours. Let's go to Jacqueline.
In your health news this morning, today is the last day to sign up for Obamacare, but for those who may need health insurance. The Obama administration projected 13.8 million people would sign up for coverage in 2017. As of December 24th, 11.5 million had enrolled. Now that's almost 300,000 more than the previous year. Enrollment figures help insurers decide next year's premiums and if they want to stay in the market. And a new medical device could be a major breakthrough for millions of people suffering with Alzheimer's. Banner Health in Phoenix is starting the first phase of a clinical trial with what they call the Neuro-EM. It looks like a swim cap, but the device uses electromagnetic waves that help with memory loss. Patients will wear the cap for an hour twice a day for 2 months. Now, they won't feel or hear anything. Doctors say the treatment won't reverse Alzheimer's, but it could stop the disease's progression. The group is looking for patients to help with that study. And America's top heart doctors say the nation's overall heart health is improving. According to the American Heart Association, more Americans appear to be meeting recommendations for physical activity. 1 in 5 now getting adequate levels of aerobic and muscle strengthening activity. The new report also hints that the American diet is getting healthier as well. However, there is a higher number of Americans with heart failure, with 6.5 million affected. More than 90 million Americans currently live with some form of cardiovascular disease.
In entertainment news, one Hollywood heartthrob is now having some heart problems himself. Antonio Banderas saying he recently suffered agonizing chest pains while working out at his home in England. He was rushed to the hospital, but after some tests, doctors gave him the all clear. And Doctor Who fans will have to get used to yet another new doctor. Producers of the iconic BBC sci-fi series say the star Peter Capaldi is leaving the show. Capaldi will step down after one more year with the show. He has played Doctor Who for the past 2 seasons, and he is the 12th actor to play the Doctor and the 4th since the show's relaunch in 2005. Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
The official salon of ABC7.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing, but sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Let's Take a look at our roadways this morning. Bradenton, no accidents to report and traffic moving steadily down in Sarasota County. No accidents to report there as well. The interstate looking clear and downtown Sarasota also moving along clear. And down in South County, morning commuters drive on I-75 free and clear, and US 41 looking good north and south.
Jacket or sweater to start the day, but lose it in the afternoon as temperatures warmer still over the next several days.
And a high school student in Kansas getting a lot of attention after he turned his locker into a vending machine. Blake Hawkins loves to build things, and one day while walking to class, he came up with this idea. For 75 cents, students could buy a soda. He says he sold an average of 6 cans per break. He had to take it down due to school policies, of course. But if you couldn't guess, Hawkins wants to go to college for electrical engineering. That's one way to put that locker to good use.
Hey, man. Invest in STEM programs. If
There
that's
you
not
go.
proof to just invest money in your STEM programs in school, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Wait a second, they should have encouraged him.
I know, they shut it down.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
That's awesome.
A
What
little
great
entrepreneur,
story.
man.
Yeah,
Making a couple bucks.
Little vending machine for pens, maybe, you know, branch out into
supplies?
notebooks.
The possibilities.
Are endless.
Completely endless.
Good for him. That's smart.
Yeah.
All
like
right.
it.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.